Alright, how's everyone doing? Hope you're all doing well. I am Multi Apples, and today I'll be playing some WWE 2K25. Um, so yeah, let's go ahead and get some superstars. See which ones we can get. And Wade Barrett's only 85. That should be higher. William Regal, 76. Are you serious? Let's unlock Teddy Long as a manager. We can, as we play this game more, we can actually get more, people to unlock. How's Lita only an 86? And Harley Race is an 84? I do not agree with some of these ratings. These should be higher. Same with the Great Muda. They've been hating on, Dude Love and Cactus Jack as well. And Eddie Guerrero and Bray Wyatt as well. Booker T. A lot of these are going to be a lot higher in my opinion. We don't have another superstar, but we will get some championships. Let's get the WCW World Tag Team Championship. The Worldwide Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. And definitely the 24/7 Championship as well. How about the Hardcore Championship we can unlock? We can get the left right championship. Oh, we don't have enough to get the $1 million championship though. But throughout the coming matches, we can actually make sure entrances are off so I don't show any, copyrighted content. Don't know why I butchered the word content, but let's do some battle royale mode. Do an 8-way battle royale mode, and match will be on. So it's going to be for the 24/7 championship, actually. I can't believe they released Blair Davenport. She was entertaining, and Indy Hartwell was entertaining as well. I liked Indy. I liked Elektra Lopez as well. Do the Hardcore Championship. We can use the... Don't know if I said the 24/7 Championship, but... Yeah. My participants. Another... Let's actually do an Elimination Chamber match. Bear with me. And... Our match will be on. I like Giovanni Vinci. He's actually my favorite wrestler on SmackDown, but they released him now. I also like Cedric Alexander, actually. He's another wrestler I like. But, you know, they released him as well, so. Wide Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. And save. Take a look at championships. Who's the WWE champion right now? Well, you have the undisputed champion, which is Roman Reigns. Have him drop it to the Usos. We can do one Uso today and one Uso tomorrow, or the next show. And simulate that match if need be. Customize the participants. Roman Reigns will be in there, of course. Let's do an Extreme Rules match for the Undisputed Championship. Jimmy Uso. Start the match, actually. Let's do the Battle Royal match. So I'll play as Elektra Lopez. I liked her and I liked Indy Hartwell the most. And unfortunately, they released them. I like Bianca Belair and B-Fab though as well. Got some drinks with me. I got some Diet Dr. Pepper. Don't know if using the code will actually work, but if you want to use it, go ahead. Still is possible for that, but. And I got some Coke Zero. And there's a free code if you want to use it if it somehow works. Yeah, Coke Zero. I like Coke Zero. And I got some lemon lime Sprite is zero sugar as well. Another barcode if you want to use it. Oh boy. That's not good. I was not paying attention, actually, to that. Should not hit accept. Indy Hartwell has been released. Bad Piper Niven. I know you were going to try to eliminate Blair Davenport, actually. Remember her on NXT UK, actually. Hope. I know she wrestled for AEW in the past, but I hope AEW picks her and Giovanni Vinci up, and Elektra Lopez. It'd be cool for them to still appear on a major promotion in the US. You know, if AEW doesn't pick them up, it'd be nice for them to appear on Ring of Honor, which I guess would be owned under AEW, so. And if not, it would be nice for them to actually, go to TNA, actually. You know, Dana Brooke is in TNA now. There's Ash by Elegance, and I know Elias and Dolph Ziggler are in TNA under different names now. Top Dollar is as well. I think who else is in TNA? So well, WWE really missed out on a feud with Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser last year, with when they had Ludwig Kaiser turn on Giovanni Vinci. So that was a good. That would have been a good feud, actually. But they didn't do it. And then Blair Davenport actually pitched to be a part of the Secret Service with Chelsea Green. I know they gave that role to Alba Fire, but they could have also just kept Alba Fire and Isla Dawn as a tag team and had all three as part of the Secret Service with Chelsea Green, along with Piper Niven. And these two are not helping me out. I get one over the top rope, and then they actually, um, the other one attacks me. So I would have liked to have seen. And then Duke Hudson was released. They unfortunately broke up Chase U, which I felt they would have been a good tag team on the main roster. And Andre Chase, Riley Osborne, Thea Hale, which I can understand in Andre Chase. They released Duke Hudson though. I can understand you want Rich Holland to leave, but and have him turn heel, but that's perfectly fine in my opinion. But I would have loved to not actually have Chase U been put on the line, or at least if Chase U was put on the line, actually have them have Andre Chase win. But it was for the number one contendership as well, so thought they didn't need to book that. Electra Lopez was a good manager in my opinion. Really good, so. You released Authors of Pain, which WWE, at least on the main roster, if you're gonna have tag team titles on each brand, then you really need tag teams. So there's Paul Ellering as well. He was the AOP's manager, but that's unfortunate that people. Hopefully, AOP and Paul Ellering will land in a major promotion. I'm sure they will. Actually, they're both AOP and are good wrestlers, and Paul Ellering in his prime was amazing, and he's a good manager now. So hopefully, all the people that were released back in February would actually will land on their feet in a major promotion. Aladon. I wasn't the biggest Aladon fan, but I still wouldn't like to have seen her. It's just more of their gimmick, her and Alba Fire's gimmick. So, granted, I was happy for Alba Fire for winning the women's tag team championship in Scotland. She deserved it. I think. Outside of in terms of NXT UK, for the women's division, if I remember correctly, Elektra Lopez is really the only one on the main roster. Not Elektra Lopez. Why did I say Elektra Lopez? It's Rhea Ripley. She's a former NXT UK champion. NXT UK Women's Champion. Rhea Ripley, who's on the main roster. Let's see, because right now Gunther's also on the main roster. He's the World Heavyweight Champion right now. He's the longest reigning NXT UK champion. Ilya Dragunov is injured, but he is the former NXT UK champion. He's on the main roster as well. Oh, she reversed that. Now she has a finisher and I don't. I'm probably going to be thrown over. Yep. That's from my lemon lime Sprite. Not think that would spill all over me, but it did. So, go ahead and play this match. Giovanni Vinci was also in NXT UK, but as I mentioned, he was unfortunately released. So, Ludwig Kaiser's the other. And so I'm trying to think. I need to take a look at the game to see, because this is the most of all the games. This is the one that's most up to date with the. In terms of the roster, I know Chase U was on. When I say Chase U, was Andre Chase. Oh gosh, Thea Hale, and another one I can't remember that was with. Can't remember his name, but I know what he looks like. That was in. They made a couple of appearances, but they weren't regularly featured on NXT UK. And I know Lash Legend was also a part of NXT UK. Like by that I mean she made a couple of appearances, not as a regular roster member. So fun fact for those of you that don't know, Lash Legend played for the Seattle Storm in the WNBA. She played 3 games in 2018 for the Seattle Storm, if I remember correctly. 2018, 2019. Admittedly, I wasn't the biggest fan of hers when she started out in WWE on NXT, but she won me over. She definitely won me over. She made me a fan of hers, so. I was admittedly kind of harsh in judging her. I didn't think she was that good, but she was just relatively new to the pro wrestling, so I was kind of a little bit more harsh on her than I should have been, so. I didn't give her enough grace to learn how to be a wrestler in terms of a fan. But, I say that, and, she's improved a lot as well. So that's, all you can ask, for people starting out is to try, and, I didn't give her as much grace as I should have as a fan of professional wrestling, so. Oh, shoot. Someone else is coming in, though. Oh, he, kicked out, so. Oh, yeah, Pretty Deadly were in NXT UK. They were like the next to last. I love Pretty Deadly. I can understand why they didn't win in London, the tag team championships, but I kind of wish they did because there's their like hometown crowd, and they're both British. So I liked them, and I still do actually. I still like Pretty Deadly. They are my favorite tag team right now in WWE. It used to be Chase U, but Chase U broke up, and I was a fan of Pretty Deadly as well. I still am actually a Pretty Deadly. Pretty Deadly is now my favorite WWE tag team. There's a women's wrestlers. I love Thea Hale. I love Roxanne Perez as well. And Bianca Belair is my favorite as well. We missed Angel. So Bianca Belair is my favorite on the main roster. Thea Hale and Roxanne Perez are my favorite on the NXT. And I can see Roxanne Perez getting promoted to the main roster after Mania. I'd like to see Thea Hale on the main roster, but I don't think they're going to call her up this year. Why did I break that up? I wanted to go for Cedric Alexander. I like Cedric. He was underutilized in my opinion. You know, they released him. Hope I can see him doing well in AEW with the Hurt Syndicate. That's where he should go. He should usually end up with the Hurt Syndicate. You know, MVP Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin's AEW World Tag Team Champion. Same with Bobby Lashley. They're both finally World Tag Team Champions. I know Shelton Benjamin won a World Championship in Puerto Rico. And Bobby Lashley's a former WWE Champion. But I don't think either won a Tag Team Championship in WWE. Maybe Shelton did. So if no one left in... Someone was eliminated. Oh, I do not remember who was eliminated, so... Let's eliminate Kit Wilson. Kicked out there, that's good. I don't want to be the second person eliminated. As much as I like Kit Wilson, I do see Pretty Deadly winning, you know, the... I'd have them, you know, probably win at Mania. But I would like to see Pretty Deadly win the a tag team title before on the main roster before they get before they retire or you know before they leave essentially before they leave WWE as a full time wrestler. Is what I'm trying to say. I don't wish for them to be I don't wish for them to be released or anyone to actually be released or fired, but. I went to SmackDown last year. AOP was there along with Karrion Kross and Paul Ellering. I was in. It was in Dallas actually. It was in March 8th, I believe, was the Dallas episode of SmackDown where I went. I actually saw myself on TV when I played it back. So Tommaso Ciampa has been released or not released, pinned and eliminated. Oh, I thought I reversed that. Oh, shoot, I needed a little bit more second before. Unfortunately, we were released as well, or we were eliminated. So yeah, I know Dakota Kai and Bailey were there. Becky Lynch appeared after the show. She wrestled Nia Jax in a tables match. I don't remember who they wrestled, but Idris Enofe and Malik Blade wrestled in the on the pre-show, the dark match before. So I know Logan Paul was there. He was the U.S. Championship. So you know there've been a couple of Smackdowns in the past, and there have been title matches. Like one title match I went to, I think, or there was at least Daniel Bryan versus The Big Show. I think was one year in North Little Rock, Arkansas, and Daniel Bryan got himself intentionally disqualified. I remember that because I still am, but I was a Daniel Bryan, and this was shortly after he had turned heel. So in terms of active wrestlers now for WWE, I am a so who do I like? I like a Rey Mysterio. I'd say Rey Mysterio is probably my favorite on Raw. On SmackDown, I need to check who's on SmackDown. But I like Andre Chase as well. I do like Roman Reigns though. Oh, and the match is still going on. I know Rusev had re-signed with WWE. He was with AEW, but he was released, and Aleister Black signed with WWE as well. He was with WWE, but they went to AEW. So I actually saw Aleister Black wrestle at AEW All in 2023. I was there when they wrestled, and they had wrestled the Acclaimed. He and Brody King and Buddy Matthews had wrestled the Acclaimed for the AEW World Trios Championship. And they were the World Trios Champion at the time, and they lost it to the Acclaimed, so. You know, I wasn't a fan of Max Caster. I stopped being a fan of Max Caster when he made a controversial rap, but, for the most part changed, so. I'm a fan of his again. Simulate. Simulate, have Roman win. Simulate and have Jimmy win. So what's the next show? For those of you that watch WWE, who's your favorite wrestler